Hey, Skye, what's up?
Hi.
Hi, welcome. Now, this is a special Leaders Who Care um, profile because you're the first one in
Wow.
the younger youth series, basically. So I think what we're trying to figure out how to call you guys, if you are Leaders Who Care already. So you were the future Leaders Who Care, but you're really more now the present future Leaders Who Care, which is really interesting. But it's super glad to have you here and chat with you. I'm in Miami right now. And where are you?
I'm in Sacramento.
Okay, so this is a national broadcast from coast to coast that we're doing here. And great way to start, Skye, would be, by the way, I love that name, Skyler and Skye.
Thank you.
Awesome name. And tell us a little bit about who you are. How old are you? Where do you live? A little bit about your family, stuff like that.
Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Skyler Farasat. I am 10 years old and in fifth grade. I live in Sacramento area with my mom and my dad and my amazing farm animals.
How many farm animals do you have?
I have 10 chickens, 3 cats, and 2 dogs.
Are the chickens pets or future food?
No, I'm not eating them.
Okay, good idea.
They're our pets.
Cool. Do they all have names?
Yes, they do.
All 10?
All 10. I'm crazy on names, so.
And how do you differentiate between them?
I'm pretty good at like knowing their names and figuring out who's who, but the new chicks we got that are now pretty big, I can't, 3 of them are all the same breed. And so I always, they look so alike, so I always lose track, which one's which, but the rest I'm pretty good at.
When you call them, do they come?
Yeah,
They
yeah,
do.
yeah. You just make a little clucking noise and they'll come.
That's interesting. Well, maybe we can tell people how to do that with their kids. That would be so I know this is a general question, but what's important to Skylar?
Yeah, so of course my family and animals and making a difference in something positive. But I really love reading and journaling and storytelling and meditating actually, to help center and ground myself to get myself through the day when I'm a little stressed or frazzled and I just need a moment to calm myself. So that really helps.
It's interesting because even kids get frazzled and stressed, don't they?
Yeah,
We think
definitely.
it we think it's just adults that do, but pets get frazzled and stressed too.
Yep.
You know what I did this the last couple of days? I was actually with some pretty important executives, but also Deepak Chopra. Have you ever heard of Deepak Chopra?
Yep.
And we did meditation there, and that was pretty amazing also. So where did the ideas, where did your motivation come to create books for other kids and young people, and I guess for adults too, right?
Yeah. So my books are actually another form of meditation for me, which is really cool and what I love. So they kind of have everything that I love in them. Um, and so the family book, my dad started when he was younger, and then he put it aside because he got more busy. And so during the pandemic, I was pretty bored and I didn't have much to do. And we were just going through some boxes, and I found his old manuscript for the family book.
Wow.
And I asked him what it was. And he told me that he had started a long time ago, a book about families, and but he never got to finish it. And so I asked him if I could help him finish it, and he said yes. So as a family, we decided to pick that up, and we finished it during the pandemic and made it all our own. And yeah, I'm really proud of it. And then,
Teamwork.
yep, lots of teamwork through this.
I
And then the universe book uses affirmations I would say to myself when I was little, and affirmations I still say to myself. And that also helps me get through the day. And then the mom and the dad book were things I observed of my parents, of my mom and my dad, and I was just so happy that they were all in a book. So yeah,
Are they
but
like, are they trying to take equal credit for it, or are you getting most of the credit?
yeah, I I get most of the credit, but we all did it. So
Yeah. What did you like most about the whole process of creating the book that you're proud of?
yeah, I love like having my ideas and thoughts and being able to write it into the books and then being able to put it out in the world and see others like really benefit from it, kids and adults, and that was really fun. But then I also love working with the illustrations, seeing the illustrations really come to life were like really fun and pairing the text with the illustrations and making the book really come to life.
Well, it's always interesting whether it's a book or something that somebody creates from not having anything, and you really have to have a vision of creating something. So does it just come to you, or it's not always easy. You have to really work at it, right?
Yeah, I've always loved reading and writing. So when I was really little, so like in second grade, I would make little paper books with my friends. So I feel like part of it like really came to me and I was able to just have my ideas and like put it out there. And then sometimes it got a little bit more challenging where I had to like actually think about it and like see how I could make it turn into a book.
So I know we talk a lot about caring. We talk a lot about being kind, which is something that we should all think of maybe being naturally comes to us. And then before you talked about you liked illustrations and what that's like. Tell us a little bit about how your relationship with your illustrator actually happened.
Yeah, so at my school, the first day of school for first graders are very special because the 12th graders will walk the first graders around the campus so that they can check out the playgrounds and the farm that we have in our school and the classrooms that they'll be in for the year. And so Noah, our illustrator, happened to be the 12th grader who walked me around campus. And I just want to say that that really made me feel so much better going into first grade because I was a more shy person and I wasn't as comfortable. And so she really made me feel really welcome. And so that was really nice. She was very kind and sweet and caring, which really felt good.
I bet.
And yeah. So I sent her a letter wishing her good luck in college to Cal Poly and that I hope she does amazing. And she sent me a letter back and she had drawn this amazing llama in a lavender field. And at that time, we were just looking for an illustrator for the family book. And so I was just so blown away with her art and it was just so beautiful. And at that time, we were just looking for an illustrator for the family book. And so we asked her if she would like to be our illustrator for the family book. And she said yes, which was amazing. And so that was just such an amazing process. And she also drew all the art in chalk pastel, which is a medium we learn in school in the upper grades. And so the art for the family book was really all Waldorf inspired art.
That's incredible. You talked about caring. There's an expression, what goes around comes around. Amazing things happen when you actually give, and amazing things happen when you care. And that's a great example of how it happened. It's something we call an omni-win, where everybody wins at the same time. But isn't it? It's like an energy, right? That if you put out, caring and kindness, it comes right back.
Yeah, it feels really good.
No kidding. I'm sure it does. Um, well, I want to also congratulate you on the Shriners hospitals because I understand that they ask you to come in and read to the kids. Can you share your experiences there and what kind of impact have you seen and heard from the kids and the parents and maybe even the staff?
Yeah, thank you. So my highlight for being at Shriners Children's Hospital was getting to interview a young girl who is 11 years old, 1 year older than me, and she loves cooking, but she had an accident in the kitchen where hot oil had spilled on her arm and her legs, which caused a fourth and fifth degree burn. And so that's why she was in the hospital, but she was just such an amazing person. So I got to interview her to write an article about her for Burn Awareness Week, so that parents and patients could see the article that I wrote so that they know what to do if you have a burn, what not to do, and how to prevent from getting a burn. And so I asked her a couple questions to get to know her better so that I could write about her for the article. And one of the questions that I asked her that the answer really stuck to me, which was just amazing. And the question I asked her was, if you had a magic wand and you could make one wish, what would it be?
Hmm?
And I expected that since maybe she was hurt and in a hospital, that wouldn't feel good. And so I assumed maybe she would say something like if she could get better faster or see her family, go back home and see her family, or this never happens again. I expected something like that, but
Mhm.
her answer really surprised me. And her answer was, I wish that every person who reads your article that you write about me or knows about Shriners, that they donate at least $1 to the doctors and staff. And she said they were just so amazing. And her answer really left me very inspired.
Yeah, it inspires me to hear you tell the story of her answer. Actually, it is pretty amazing. Again, it goes back to the caring thing where the staff are so caring that it really hit her and it just passes through to you and back to her. It's like this
Yeah,
magic energy type of deal, which is incredible. And someone who's had such a hard thing happen to them and still say that is
yeah,
pretty cool. Thank you for sharing that. Are the plans to go back there with Shiners and do more?
yeah. So I'm gonna do a reading to the patients. That's gonna come up soon.
I should have you read to my clients. That would be a good idea. And then actually, get back to basics. I have to try that sometime. Has the experience that and interest that you've received changed anything, for you, your ideas of things around the world or the world in general, or school or friends? Has it impacted you that you've thought differently in some ways?
Yeah, so not really has changed much at school or with my friends. Well, my parents always remind me it's really not about me. It's about seeing my books make a difference in the world in whatever way that could be. So if you want to be an author or a poet and you want to write your own books and become an author of your own, um, I hope my books can help them take that next step in their journey. But that's not all. It can also mean I also hope my books can help you learn how to meditate or be more grateful and have self love for yourself, or even be more grateful to your family.
Yeah, there's an interesting expression. It says, be more interested than interesting, which means if you're more interested in other people rather than just trying to be interesting about yourself, you'll do a lot better. So I think I may have you come speak to my clients now that I think about it. So what's next for you? And I got to say this, the sky's the limit. I couldn't resist. I had to say that. But what's next for you?
I love that saying.
I
Um,
bet.
so I am working on a fifth book, which is a coloring book. And I also feel like that coloring is another form of meditation for me as well. And I know it is for others. And so my fifth book, which is a coloring book, has an enchanting story in it. And so the story includes traveling and different cultures, but the moral of the story is that it's life being a series of exciting changes. And I can't say any more right now, but as my favorite teacher says, all shall be revealed.
Well, very cool. So can I ask you to come back when you announce it on this show?
Yep.
Awesome. Well, that's what we'll do. Um, you truly are a leader who cares. And are you sure you're 10?
Yes, I'm
Okay.
positive.
So thank you for being a leader who cares. Thank you for doing something that's making an impact and making all of us smile and for being on the series. We really appreciate you. Thanks, Guy.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here.
My pleasure.